What makes you think that I'm an answer if you ain't mine?
Let's go into the next story. Brie Larson. Um, so we're not gonna read this entire article, but Brie Larson is she doesn't have a job after she does not have a job after Captain Marvel. Um, she also says she's single. She has nothing going on after she's at a midlife crisis or some shit. Um, she first of all she says despite the fact that she is Captain Marvel, star of the first female-led superhero franchise in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and despite the fact that she is an Oscar winner, and despite the fact that she has been acting since she was 6, Larson, now 33, is still rarely recognized in public. She says, "If I'm checking out at a grocery store, I don't get recognized." She told comedian Mike Barbiglia on an episode of his podcast, "I get, are you friends with my cousin? I am the classic face of a Are you a friend of my? Oh man, that's gotta be yikes. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be pissed. I'm like, nigga, I'm in Marvel movies and everything, and you don't know who I am. You gonna ask me, am I a friend of your cousin? I will beat the. She wished them Captain Marvel skills were real. Knock a motherfucker through a wall. How you don't know who I am? I get it. Shout out to Honey who's made it to the chat. Welcome in, Honey. Welcome in. Um, she's going through a midlife crisis. That's what this is. All right. Now, what I really want to go to is where is it? Hold on, y'all. Give me a second because I lost it. Here's, look at this. Larson, who's casting as Carol Danvers in the Air Force pilot turned superhero in the original 2019 Captain Marvel, unleashed a tsunami of misogynistic trolling and abuse. Can relate. The movie was also the first female-led superhero film to gross more than 1 billion. Misogynistic. That's all they can ever do. But I'm trying to find. Um. Well, anyway, I guess I'm not gonna be able to find. I don't want to spend too much time looking for it. Because this is a long ass article. This is a long ass article. Anyway, the point is, um, in this article, she says she basically insinuates that Captain Marvel might be done. She says she has nothing after Captain Marvel. She doesn't have a job. Now I don't know if she's saying that as in, she's taking some time off or she's just taking some time reflecting. But what it does confirm is that as of right now, Disney don't have no plans to bring Captain Marvel back. Because if you did, you would at least tell old girl, hey, don't go in no interview and say you don't know if you gonna be Captain Marvel ever again. I mean, you done been on that. Remember the one interview? Let me just to refresh y'all's memory. Hold on. Uh, don't worry, Reach. I will get that overhead. You know what I'm trying to say. Because right now my mic is certainly in my way and it's pissing me off. I'm trying to refresh y'all memory. Here we go.
How long will you play Captain Marvel for?
I don't know. I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
Don't be so modest.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
How long will you?
She was not trolling. She wasn't trying to be funny. She was dead serious. I'm gonna play it one more time.
How long will you play Captain Marvel for?
I don't know. I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
Don't be so modest.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
Long.
What it is that this guy is completely oblivious as to why she's doing that. He has no idea what the conversation is about Captain Marvel online. Or not Captain Marvel. Well, yeah, Captain Marvel and Brie Larson. People in the comics don't like Captain Marvel's character. And people in real life don't like Brie Larson. So, I mean, you can just see the... Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes. She is so serious, bro. Like, she has seen all the conversation online. I guarantee you somebody has brought to her attention, either somebody in her camp, somebody in her family. Look at all these videos on YouTube of people talking negatively about you. It has hit her. I'm trying to tell y'all, women are very delicate creatures, y'all. And they need to be protected in a way that a lot of them don't quite understand. Because being in the spotlight comes with a lot. It really does. Especially during this time of internet, and any old moron can get on the internet and reach you by just mentioning you on Twitter or Instagram. Any idiot like me can buy a mic and a camera and get on YouTube and start spewing a bunch of bullshit. Being in the spotlight comes with a lot, ladies. And sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and understand that if you say certain things, if you move a certain way, you're going to get a certain level of backlash. And when you decide to come into a male-dominated space and try to change or try to shit on the men in that space, it's going to backfire. Ask Frost. You just can't do it. You can't do it. You know, in some instances, sometimes I feel bad for Brie because Marvel did. I promise you, Marvel told her she was going to be the face of the MCU. They told her that. They told her she was going to be the face of Captain Marvel. She was going to be the face of the MCU, and that everything was going to run through her going forward. Then she started running her mouth. And Kevin Feige and company was just over there like, eh. I mean, you don't think, like, screw what the fans think. You don't think that there's no men at Disney or Marvel, no middle-aged white men at Marvel who were offended by that statement? I don't care what middle-aged white men think about my movie. It wasn't made for you. Come on, man. Come on, man. Reach, I'm assuming you those are the domestic box office numbers for Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel. If that's the case, notice how Captain Marvel barely did better than Wonder Woman, but it apparently earned over $1 billion. I don't remember Wonder Woman going over $1 billion. Now here's the thing: Wonder Woman is by far a more popular character than Captain Marvel, and somehow got $1 billion. Why? Well, there's a lot of conspiracy going on with that, huh? It's funny. The movie was earning all this money, and yet there were multiple videos of people reporting. I don't know, they reporting a lot, but these theaters empty. I don't know. I'm just saying. Plus, you sandwich that thing in between Infinity War and Endgame, and people thought that they had to go and see Captain Marvel. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Hopefully, Brie Larson, I have no ill will towards her. All I would just say, I said it back then when she made that comment, that I understand what she was trying to say. If you want to make an impact in the, if you want to get more people of color or whatever the case may be, different people to critique movies, why don't you go to those communities and introduce them to that? Why don't you go into a black neighborhood or where there's indigenous people, Indians or Ethiopians in their neighborhood, and say, hey, listen, have you ever thought about being a film critic? Go to college and become a film critic. That's the way you do that. You don't get in front of a goddamn mic and go, hey, straight white males, fuck you. I don't care about your opinion. Nah, you can't do that, man. Anyway, we're gonna move on.
Let's go. Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby. Slide to the crib, look like Dracula's mansion, my baby.